Welcome to Finpod, your daily financial digest. I am Evan, and we are here to break down the market action. Finpod is brought to you by Fintwit.ai, your go-to platform for real-time trading signals and stock recommendations. Let's dive in. Meta is the star of the show today, jumping nearly 9%. The catalyst is a report that the company is planning to launch a cloud business to sell its excess computing capacity. Investors are cheering this because it reframes their massive AI spending as a potential revenue stream rather than just a cost. This move puts them in direct competition with cloud giants, which is why we saw some pressure on specialized providers. Speaking of which, NBIS Group and CRWV both took a hit today, falling 17% and 14% respectively, as the market reassesses their competitive moat against a hyperscaler like Meta. On the flip side, Reddit is up 14%, continuing its momentum as investors get excited about its AI data licensing leverage and potential for dynamic pricing on future renewals. Finally, Palantir is up nearly 8%, boosted by a new sovereign AI partnership with NVDA, and reports that high-profile investors have reduced their short bets against the stock. It was a sluggish start to the new quarter. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq both finished lower, down roughly 0.2% and 0.7% respectively. The main driver was caution ahead of comments from Fed Chair Kevin Warsh, who acknowledged that prices remain too high, cooling some of the recent optimism. While the Dow and the Russell 2000 actually hit intraday record highs, they couldn't hold those gains, eventually succumbing to the same semiconductor weakness that weighed on the tech sector. It was a classic rotation day, with investors pulling back from the high-flying chip names to reassess their portfolios. In the AI economy, the landscape remains as active as ever. Beyond the Meta Cloud news, we are seeing continued infrastructure expansion. Applied Digital announced it has brought another 75 megawatts of AI capacity online, keeping its build-out on schedule. Meanwhile, the G7 is still debating the future of AI governance, with executives pushing for a standards-based order that balances corporate interests with public safety. The takeaway here is that while the market is getting more selective about which AI companies to back, the infrastructure build-out shows no signs of slowing down. Looking at other stocks in focus, we saw a bit of a mixed bag. Nike shares are under pressure after executives warned about sales weakness in China, despite beating earnings estimates. Investors are clearly more concerned about the growth outlook than the past quarter's numbers. It is a reminder that even for global giants, the macro environment remains a significant headwind. For earnings, we had a few notable reports today. General Mills reported results that were generally in line with expectations, though they did announce a massive plan to cut $3 billion in costs by 2030, which kept the stock steady. FactSet also reported earnings that topped analyst estimates, driven by steady demand for its data services, as investors seek more analytics to navigate this volatile market. Finally, National Beverage declared a special cash dividend, which is always a welcome sight for shareholders, even as the company noted some volume challenges in its fiscal year results. That is it for today's market wrap. We covered the cloud-driven rally in Meta, the rotation out of semis, and some important earnings updates. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if there is a specific stock or sector you want me to cover next time. For stock recommendations, visit Fintwit.ai. Thanks for listening, and I will see you back here tomorrow.